to Changzhou, and first round action here at the Victor China Open. Our next match is men's singles, and it's the All England finalist Chia Hao against the beaten finalist here from 2 years ago, Guang Zu. Then we'll have a women's doubles, and we'll finish off today with another men's doubles. We're looking at the men's singles in this third quarter of the draw. If you were with us earlier, you will have watched Christo Popov come through in the battle of the left-handers against Leilan Shi. Jonathan Christie, the former Asian Games champion, he's safely through as well. And also in this section, Kodai Naraoka, he was beaten finalist, the number 7 seed last year in this tournament. So the players make their way onto centre stage, and it's a fourth consecutive appearance here at his home event, the China Open, for Guang Zu. And for Chia Hao, this is only his second consecutive appearance. They played each other in the first round last year, and Chia Hao won 24-22. 11-21, 21-18 in the deciding game, but that wasn't the last time they played. Last time was the first round of the Indonesia Super 1000, but once again, it was 3 games. So I am going to need your help this time, Steen.
Guang Zu won the coin toss and elected side. It's interesting that it's the third time they meet each other in the first round of the last 4 tournaments. Both Indonesia and Singapore played each other in the first round.
Well, overall, it's a tense meeting. Guang Zu is 28 years of age, from Shuzhou in Jiangsu province. He went down 1 place on the world ranking published yesterday to number 12, but did spend 9 weeks back in January of 2023 at 10 on the world ranking. Chia Hao is 26, from Taipei, and that equates to about 5'10". Well, a year ago, having beaten his opponent of today in the first round, he then lost in the second round to Kodai Naraoka, who went on to reach the final. It was a 3-game match against the Japanese player last year for Chia Hao. Interesting that Lee's ranking shot up 8 places from 22 to 14 after reaching the All England final earlier this year. But he actually went up 1 place higher than that, to 13. But since then, it's been a steady downward trend on those world rankings. And I'm guessing it's because since the All England, he's played 7 tournaments. He's had 5 first-round losses and 2 second-round losses. In other words, his win-loss record since reaching the final of the All England is 2-7.
Yeah, that's a challenge. Very inconsistent.
So Andrew Clark of Barbados is our umpire for this one, and Emily Rouchman from France, the service judge. younger brother of Chia Hao, who was a wonderful women's singles player. Did well in the mixed doubles with Wang Qilin. Won New Zealand World Tour events back in 2018.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Guang Zu, China. And on my left, Chia Hao, Chinese Taipei. Chia Hao to serve, love all, play.
So it is the All England finalist, Chia Hao, far side of the court, getting this first round men's singles underway against the beaten finalist at the China Open here 2 years ago, Guang Zu. Just going back to that point, Steen, about how Chia Hao, I beg your pardon, how he has struggled since the All England. Of course, it was such an unexpected result. He played so brilliantly in Birmingham, getting through to the final. But all of a sudden, then there's a lot of attention on him and people are expecting him to do well. You made a point in one of our previous matches that all of a sudden coaches are filming you and analysing your play. It's difficult, isn't it?
It is, and people are starting treating you differently. Even if you manage to stay reasonably grounded yourself, people start treating you differently as the All England runner-up, and you have to change perspective on yourself and sort of calibrate it correctly, because you're no longer just the underdog, which in my opinion he pretty much was until that All England final. But now you're actually going into every tournament with a shot at the title.
Yeah.
And you could say that, yeah, everybody, all 32 coming in have a shot at the title, yes, but some have a more legitimate one than others, more believable ones.
Yeah.
And finding that balance and still performing, that can be tricky.
Well, the China Open final 2 years ago is the only time that Guang Zu has contested a Super 1000 tournament final. In fact, apart from that, he's only been in one quarter final.
Yeah.
So, like his opponent, Chia Hao, struggled after that big result.
Yeah.
If you call, you know, some people would say if you don't win the title, it's not a result. I see it as a huge result to get through to the final.
Yeah, and I thought he was that he dropped a bit in playing strength, but then suddenly he popped up at the Singapore Open.
Yeah.
But unfortunately lost a very one-sided final against the world champion Kunawut Vitisan, and that's always tough to get over losses when the matches have been so one-sided.
Yes, and I suspect that has reflected in his last two tournaments, because since being in the final of Singapore, he's played Indonesia and Japan. He's lost in the first round of both.
Exactly.
Well, I know that we both had the pleasure of watching Chia Hao at the All England go all the way to the final, and I thought what delightful racket skills he had.
Good racket skills, super technique, good footwork.
Service over.
Very
7-3.
soft legs. A good way to have soft legs, to be able to adjust position and be agile. Soft and strong legs, perhaps, is the better
description.
Yeah.
Oh, did the strings go in Lu Guangzu's racket? No.
Could have gone there as well.
8-3.
Now, it's interesting you say that, because it is lovely smooth movement from Lee, whereas you look at Lu Guangzu and I see him as a terrifically hard worker on court.
Yep.
He will chase everything down, but doesn't quite have the disguise on his shots that Lee has.
Not to the same extent.
No. I mean, every player at this elite level. Oh,
Oi,
my
oi, oi.
goodness.
Wow.
That was an old-fashioned slingshot.
Yes. Worst shot of the tournament.
Yeah, you didn't see me on the practice courts then.
Ah, okay.
I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
I haven't been on a practice court for 30 years. Nice.
That's lovely.
Now you see that.
Yeah.
He's leaping in the air. His body weight is going just a fraction forward. It looks the same. How do you tell which way it's going? Look at this.
And the rhythm.
Look at that. That's delightful.
And the rhythm of the footwork is sort
Yes.
of like building up 1, 2, 3, jump, hit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah.
The challenge can sometimes be when you have players that has such technical skills to make it efficient at the same time.
Service over. 5-9. Service over. 10-5.
Second winner in the backhand side of Lu Guangzu. Second smash winner.
So his movement and delightful racket skills, not to the same extent, but in a way reminiscent of former world #1 Tai Tzu Ying. Beautiful, smooth movement, strong movement though. Not the same repertoire of shots, I don't think. But look at that again. That smooth
11-5,
movement to the
interval.
round the head position. And his reward for this lovely play so far, Chia Hao, is a 6-point advantage at the mid-game interval of this opening game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. (11-5). Play.
So 11-5 as play resumes. The advantage in favour of Chia Hao.
12-5.
Do you think that Lu Guangzu has just not found his rhythm and range yet because he's playing the more difficult end at the moment?
Yeah, I think so. That was a good smash there. He had a miss hit before, and I just...
Brilliant! Oh my goodness. He ran all the way around that shot.
13-5.
I think sometimes I forget that this is still the first round action for the players playing today. But we started yesterday with the upper part of the draw. So it's still about
Thank you.
rhythm, getting used to the conditions here, and when you start out playing the more difficult side, there's very little room to wiggle, so to speak. Playing the back of the Chia Hao's court is very, very difficult for Guang Zu.
Yes, because he's hitting with the drift and controlling shuttles to the back of the court. Extremely difficult.
Service over. 6-13. Service over. 14-6.
That was a good punch clear, like that. Service over. 7-15. What lovely
Service
touch.
over. 16-7.
Missed it. No, he really hasn't settled at all, has he?
17-7.
Guang Zu.
This is a situation where normally I would say that, okay, Guang Zu looks a little bit off form and so on, but we know from yesterday that the playing conditions has such a big impact, so we might see a reverse of this when they change ends.
18-7.
And he looks really unaffected that he's not successful at the moment, Guang Zu. It's not like he's in panic mode or anything.
Missed it.
19-7.
I think it would have been advantageous had he sort of played himself into a mindset that, you know, okay, I've got my rhythm. I mean,
and especially even if he's sort of like not being that interested in this first game anymore, then these last 5-6 rallies, trying to find some of the game that he's to use if he managed to push it into a decider.
Exactly. Well, first challenge of this first round men's singles match. Challenged by Chia Hao. He thinks his lift may have caught the line. Well, the drift would be blowing it back in, and indeed it did.
Correction in.
Good challenge.
20.
So that's game point opportunities.
7.
On a run of 5 straight points, Chia Hao.
Service over. 8-20.
Right, that's a good backhand.
And
First
opening
game
game.
won by Chia Hao, 21-8.
Umpire confirms that scoreline of 21-8 in just 14 minutes of play.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game, love all, play.
Chia Hao, one game for the group. In a very one-sided opening game, 21-8 against the beaten finalist from 2 years ago, Guang Zu. Well, this is already a much better rally than we saw in the whole of the opening game.
One love.
Well, we were discussing briefly yesterday, Steen, China's men's singles players have won 19 of the previous 33 China Opens, which is about 58%. First being Zhao Jinhua, and the last being, of course, last year, Wen Hongyang. But I wonder if you remember who's been in the most men's singles finals.
Who's been in the most?
From China. He didn't win the most.
That's a trick question where I should answer Lin Dan, but I'm not going to.
Exactly. I've sort of given you a big hint because Lin Dan was in 6 finals, winning 5 of them.
But it could be. That's far back in time, but it could be Yang Yang
2-1
or Chen Hong.
You were almost right.
Okay, Yang Hong.
No. Chen Long.
Chen Long. Oh, yeah.
7 finals.
How stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is quite remarkable. I know that's sort of a fun fact, but quite remarkable at the moment, Steen, the emergence of Chinese Taipei as a powerhouse in world badminton. You look at the men's singles, 12 players from Chinese Taipei in the top 100. This man we're watching at the moment is only the 3rd ranked player from Chinese Taipei, and he's been in an All England final.
I think our good friend Zhou Qianqian has been a trailblazer.
Absolutely.
In terms of Chinese Taipei badminton, alongside with Tai Su Ying, who I think have inspired both male and female players.
I agree.
And now we have a really competitive number of players from Chinese Taipei. Su Liyang, Guang Zu, who can play at an extreme high level when he hits a high note, and Lin Chunyi,
Yep.
who also have proven to be a man to be reckoned with when titles are dispatched.
4-2.
I have to say, though, Steen, there is one nation that has more players in the top 100 of the world ranking in men's singles than Chinese Taipei.
Is there? India?
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, I think players completely inspired by Kidambi, Pranoy, Sainan all had a big influence on, just like Tai Su Ying, influencing both the male and the female players.
I think so.
In fact, Pranoy said that himself, that Saina gave all Indian players the belief.
That's the thing when you're sort of like the pattern breaker suddenly creates results that seemed unimaginable. Because India really hadn't had anyone in the top of the world badminton since Prakash.
And Gopichand.
But Gopichand was a brief
yeah, he won the All England
spell at the All England, and then he was still in the top, but yeah, I might be mistaken, but he might have had other big tournament wins. I just only focused on the All England. But he's played a huge role as a coach.
Cannot be underestimated. It's what he has done at his academy.
Yeah.
And bringing young players on, and of course Prakash's academy brought on a number of players as well, but I think Gopichand's academy has produced more world-class players. Of course, my direct messaging is going to be flooded with people who just say, no, you're wrong there, Jill. Let's just say that both Prakash and Gopichand, between them at their two academies, have revolutionized Indian badminton.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Super shot.
Service over. 6-5.
And that's a good game here to measure what kind of form Chia Hao is in, because if he can solve this puzzle of playing with the drift against a strong player like Guang Zu, then that's really positive.
Service over. 6-all.
We've seen that it's so important to stay in balance and, if possible, be on the attack, at least control the rallies when you're playing the near side here. Definitely got the technical skills to do it, Chia Hao.
Service over. 7-6.
Good shot.
Yeah, there's that movement again. And did you see the hang time?
Yep.
And he just seems to hang in the air. Here it comes. And he could have played that cross court, chose to go down the line, and look at his body movement. He's going forward in court as soon as he's hit that shot.
The movement looked a lot like Cho Chin Chin's to that corner. He also has a big, a long hang time.
Yeah.
Lands a little bit heavier than Chia Hao, but super strong. That's clever. Good play. Oi, he missed it.
Well, he's saying it touched the shirt of Lu Guang Zu.
Service over.
Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
8.
Here we go.
We can't really see it from that angle.
I think that may have touched him.
And as we discussed in the one of the previous matches with Christoph Popov when he defeated Lei Lanxi, net game is extremely important. Guang Zu with the advantage where he can play the fast flat lifts over Chia Hao here. That's very difficult for Li.
Oh, that's a simply delightful shot.
And it's the variety of shots that keeps him in the match, playing this more difficult side here. Because if there's only 1 or 2 shots, it's too easy for Lu Guang Zu to anticipate them. But there's so many options. This was a straight slice from his backhand. Beautiful shot. And he has, we've seen he has the straight smash, there's the cross smash, there's the body smash as well. Possibly also the reverse slice. So there's a lot of options that Lu Guang Zu needs to cover if he sort of leaves too much initiative to Chia Hao. So one of the keys for Lu Guang Zu is to take a little bit more initiative than he's done so far. Great play.
10-7.
I keep expecting Lu Guang Zu to come alive. And he hasn't managed to do that so far.
I know what you're meaning. Sort of change pace.
Yeah. Suddenly shows some urgency. Oh, that's brilliant. Now, did you see his reaction after that rally?
I didn't.
A little clenched fist from this man.
Yeah.
That's good.
But that's the thing again. We've been sitting here for 1.5 days watching different players play these conditions. This is Lu's first match, and sometimes it's difficult to explain how much the drift means to a player that's going into his or her first match.
9-10.
But presumably Lu Guang Zu has had the opportunity to be practicing in the actual arena here, on the arena floor. And it's gone long of the back line, and it means that Chia Hao goes to the mid-game interval with a 2-point advantage, having already won the opening game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Play.
So a game and 11-9 up. Chia Hao.
I would like to see Lee use a cross-net shot from the short forehand. That would be really challenging to Guang Zu.
That's going long too. You can hardly tap the shuttle that goes long.
Exactly.
Chinese Taipei coach. Only appeared to coach Tai Su-ying for many years. Now he seems to have branched out to coach a lot of the players. Oh, that's a super shot.
Yeah, he was the personal coach of Tai Su-ying. He started out as the personal sparring player.
Cheng.
Clearance. Get ready quicker on service, okay?
Yeah, well done, umpire. Mr. Clark.
A distant cousin, perhaps? Super.
Yeah.
13-11.
Oh, that's just beautiful.
And great shot quality to be able to place it that close to the line. Big difference. Look where Guang Zu's racket was. That was covering sort of the middle of the right-hand field there. So if the smash is not accurate, it's coming back.
Well, also did well to play that outright winner, I thought, Steen, because the lift had been down the centre of the court, so he didn't really have many angles to work with.
Yeah.
Still managed to find a winner. Brilliant. Absolutely delightful.
15-11.
And Guang Zu has got to take initiative, otherwise it might end too soon for him, this China Open.
Play.
Got to take initiative. Chia Hao is playing the attack too well.
That's well judged. Always challenging. I think very, very shortly he's going to be out of challenges.
Yeah. I'm willing to put a pot of tea on this one.
Wow, Steen. Earl Grey?
Earl Grey, the best of it. Definitely long the way I saw it.
Well, we're both in agreement there.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenges remaining. 16-11.
Well, this is very, very worrying times for the home fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Missed it. You know, and the big difference on that one, when Chia Hao landed, he was off balance. And that's why he made the mistake, I think. All other movement to that round the head position has been just glorious today. looked as if there was more urgency in the start of play, and it was only a short rally.
And it's now he needs to make the changes, because the way he's played so far wasn't really getting him anywhere.
No. Brilliant. You talked about the fact that he had the variation.
Yes.
And we hadn't seen many of those cross-court smashes. But just proving that is one of his capabilities. Gosh, he's a talent, isn't he? This 26-year-old from Taipei. Only turned 26 last month. That's going long.
Oh, wow.
Not that far off the grey carpet.
14-17.
Deflected.
Service over. 18-14. Line judge. This one. Thank you. Nurse, back to court. Play.
Brilliant.
It's a great follow-up.
19-14.
Well, it gives this man a glimmer of hope. Super return. Lovely way to bring up match point opportunities.
20, match point 15. Game.
2 straight games. Chia Hao was magnificent today. Beating the beaten finalist from 2 years ago, Guang Zu, in 2 straight games, 21-8, 21-15. And no wonder he poses for the photographers.
Match won by
Chia Hao.
21-8, 21-15.
38 minutes only for that victory. And we said that he had great skills. Look at that deceptive shot, driven deep into the forehand corner. And the All England beaten finalist looking absolutely superb today. Putting out Guang Zu in 2 straight games. Confirmation of that scoreline once again, 21-8 to 21-15 in 38 minutes. Well, coming up next, we will have women's doubles, and Jong Na Ung and Li Yun Wu from Korea up against Iwanaga and Nakanishi, the number 6 seeds from Japan.